record means rewind, a gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind.
Check it out. We're the lady.
My name is Deanna Dias, also known as the Million Dollar Sis. And today we're going to be talking about something small, but has a really big impact when you actually put the work into it. Most of my audience caters to entrepreneurs and people who are leaders in organizations and small profits and things like that. So I always love to help my people. And the reason why I wanted to do this webinar is because like I said, work with a lot of different entrepreneurs and consulting and things like that. And I also I have a podcast. It's called the Boss Talk Podcast. And in order for me to have a successful podcast, I have to use that bio, and that helps me ask questions, ask the important questions and things like that. So, and when I get like 5 lines of my name is such and such and I do such and such, and it's just like, well, who is such and such? You know what I mean? Who is that person? So, I saw a need there, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So here's the agenda that we're going to follow. You already got my welcome and why your bio matters. Common bio mistakes to avoid. The $1 million bio formula. Live bio breakdown with examples. And at the end, if you guys are interested, you can sign up to be a guest on my podcast. All right. So, and then you can ask your Q&A. So now why this matters, I mean, your bio speaks for you before you do. I've been in a couple publications where they don't have time to sit down and talk with me and they want to use my bio or they just want to do a quick feature. If I'm speaking at an event like I'm doing this Saturday at the Black Expo in Myrtle Beach, then they want stuff like that so they can put it out to their audience and then clarity. So when somebody can see who you are on paper, they can help you be aligned with different opportunities and things like that. So, and then a lot of people, sometimes like myself, I skim through a lot of things. So you got people who actually skim, just looking for the meat and potatoes, and that's what they want. Can we all agree? Give me a thumbs up if you agree. All right. So now the most common bio mistakes, the bios fail for 2 reasons. It sounds like either a resume or it's too vague and generic. Um, and like I said about the bios that I receive when I host my uh podcast. All right, so here's example number one, bad bio. Well, we're not gonna say it's a bad bio, but it's a bio that needs some life support, okay? So Samantha, using your nice voice, can you please read me bio example number one, which is the resume bio example?
So Deanna Diaz is a motivated professional with over 10 years of experience in business, entrepreneurship, and leadership. She has worked in multiple industries, including retail, event planning, travel, and consulting. Deanna is responsible for managing daily operations, overseeing teams, handling customer service, and ensuring business success. She has strong communication skills, is detail-oriented, and works well independently or as part of a team. In her free time, she enjoys helping others and learning new skills. Yeah, a little more detail, but yes, that's basically what it is. And
Yeah.
if a client's confused and needing help now, they don't want to figure out some of the terms that we use easily. And
hmm So, but this would be my example of a resume bio. So this is just something short for an example, but okay, yeah, she does these things for 10 years but it's not telling me who this person is. You know what I mean? So if I was to go on stage and receive an award and this is what they read, everybody will be like, okay, but what did they do? Like, why is this person receiving this for this isn't too different than what somebody else has done, what they can put down. So a resume bio, it can get you by, but not far. Go ahead and go into what I call the $1 million bio formula. Okay. So this is the same formula that I use and the same thing I look for when people apply to my podcast. You want to definitely start with your name and authority, who you help or who you plan to help, your credibility, your human connector, which is the big thing. We want to be connected. We want people to see us. And then the current focus, what your current focus is. It could be what your current goals are, what you're trying to get started, get off the ground, and things like that. Um, so, all right. What I like about this formula is that it's evergreen for the most part. All right. So now let's start with the first part, which is name and authority. You definitely want to start with who you are and what lane do you own? What do you have dominion over? Okay. You want to get that out in the open, nice and clear. So if somebody's reading, they don't have to get all the way to the middle or to the end to know exactly what you do. And when you do put it on there, don't be shamed. You have to say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Okay. It's not bragging. You've earned the right to put that on a piece of paper so everybody can know. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to stop me and I'll be glad to clarify anything. So, all good?
Mhm.
All right, perfect. Now, who you help and who you serve. Well, who you help and how. Who do you serve? What problem do they have? And you fix the problem how? All right. So if you can't clearly say who you help and how, the opportunity won't do the work for you. Right. So I help who do what through how, and that is the Krabby Patty formula that I have down there at the bottom. So the biggest thing is I help who do what through how. So now I realize, let's say, for example, when I started doing consulting, right? I had to figure, yeah, I work with entrepreneurs, but what kind of entrepreneurs? Are they in the startup phase? Are they in the six-figure phase? Or are they in the business acquisition phase? So I decided to focus on new entrepreneurs, 1 to 5 years, or people who are re-entering the entrepreneurial arena. And I also work with side hustlers. So if you are in that space, then you know that I'm the person that is here to help you. So you got to get real specific and real loud with it so that people can realize and understand that's what you do. Credibility, credibility, credibility. So proof definitely builds the trust. Okay. This is not bragging. This is just all context. You got to come with the receipts. You see, I got the picture of the receipts here, right? Pictures of the receipts. We got to have it. And the biggest thing is, so I'm in the Army Reserve. We do these things called evaluations. Everybody gets an evaluation. And what they want to see on our evaluations that determine whether we go to the next level or try our current level again is the results and outcomes. Okay. Are you saving somebody money? Are you making somebody money? Or have you made X amount of dollars because you did these things? Is this charity reached their goal, whatever their goal is, whether it's monetary or programs and things like that? Can we go back and verify that? You know, and any title, certification, or leadership roles is really good. And media, anything that you have been in the media for is definitely worth putting down on there. Like I said, especially military awards, business, media, in the years that you have been operating, which is all good. All right, so the human connector, this is where people stop scrolling and they start listening. So your why, your journey, and what drives you. So I was at a event a couple weeks ago and I have a daughter. Do any of y'all have kids? Any children? You got one? Okay. Oh, you got four. Oh, I'm jelly. I only have one. She's 7. And the story that I like to tell is, which is a true story, it's just me and her in the house, and every morning we have our little routine. She goes into the bathroom, she does her thing, and then when she gets out, she's getting dressed, I go into the bathroom and I do my thing. But one morning, her toothbrush was pushed into mine, bristles deep. They were both together in the toothbrush cup. And I was just like, oh my God. So I turned around. I didn't get upset, but I said, Mama, I call her Mama. I said, Mama, I said, why did you push our toothbrushes together? And she gonna sit there and tell me, because I just wanted my toothbrush next to yours and I love you so much. And it's just like, what, how can that not be your why? That is my why. I mean, somebody that loves me so much that they're gonna take their funky little Hello Kitty toothbrush and squeeze it in the you know what I mean? So that is my why. That is my why. And it's just stuff like that. Because with that story, it is a true story and I feel it in my heart. But just think about how many you're a mother. And Jonathan, I know you're a dad, and we do things for our kids or whatever. We love our kids down. So definitely put your why, whatever that may be. And the journey. The journey is because some people need to hear it. One thing people get confused about their journey is that they think that they're the only person that is on that path. Now, details may vary, but for the most part, we're all trying to get some people that are about something. We're trying to get somewhere better than where we are right now. And the other people share the same story. So that is definitely relatable and is a human connector. Current focus, right? So your bio should change as your life and business change. So what it's just like your resume. When you update your resume, you want to update your bio because that season has passed. And it's a beautiful thing when you can move on to a new season. Because if you're using the same bio for the next 2, 3 decades, then something happened. Something went awry. Something is wrong. You need to visit that. So as your seasons change and as you elevate, as you cross level, as you do a lateral transfer, your bio needs to update with you because at that time you should have gained more insight into who you are, what your goals are, any updates on things that you have done. So things like that is important. And you want to keep it fresh. You want to keep it funky fresh. So now, um, so like I said, right now I'm doing podcasting, I'm still doing coaching. I do events like this one. So this is something that I can put in my new bio, host different webinars to help different entrepreneurs at such and such stages in organizations. So your bio has to evolve over time. All right. So now there are definitely two types of bios that you should always keep in the chamber. One is a quick bio, and the other one is a thick bio. Thick with two C's. Yes, needs to be thick. All right. So I want you to hear how this flows when the formula is followed. All right. So this is an example of a quick bio, and I'll go ahead and read this. So Deanna Dias is a Pittsburgh native, Master Sergeant in the United States Army Reserve, and a serial entrepreneur with nearly 2 decades of military service. She holds a Bachelor's of Business Administration and Entrepreneurship from American Military University and has earned multiple Army Accommodation Medals for meritorious service and excellence in duties in the United States and abroad. As the founder of Bangles Boutique LLC, the recent industry's personal posse and Deanna Diaz, Deanna leads ventures spanning fashion, experiential marketing, beauty, and business coaching. Through her platforms, including the How to Business YouTube channel and community center events, she helps entrepreneurs gain clarity, confidence, and visibility to build income producing brands rooted in purpose and strategy. In recognition of her leadership and impact, Deanna was named Pittsburgh Courier 40 Under 40 honoree and honored at the Dolores J. Neal Memorial 50th anniversary celebrating women. Now, it sounds long, but this is the meat and potatoes of my bio, right? So, Samantha, reading that and hearing that, give me your thoughts and opinions.
It's a little bit less like what audience you're trying to aim it at, maybe.
Say that one more time.
A little bit, it's less clear as to what audience you're trying to aim it at.
It's less clear. Yes.
Hmm.
And anything else?
That there's education, so there's the certification piece.
Hmm.
There's a little bit of the story of the other things that you get into,
Hmm.
um, the different channels that you get into. Um, and then, of course, you got the media side of things, which would be some of the not certification, but proof that you're talking about. I'm forgetting which term you used right now.
Hmm. Well, I'm glad you said it's not, you're not sure what audience is aimed to, because a quick bio is normally, let's say I have a program and I say, hey, Samantha, you're on this lineup. Send me a quick bio. I already know who's coming to this program, and I already know that you align with that. So I will say, send me a quick bio versus the long one. Does that make sense?
Yep,
So,
yep.
yep. So I'm so glad that you said that. So yes, the quick bio is exactly what it is. It's quick and it's for the intended audience. Yes. And this is the longer one. So this one here in a nutshell, I'm not going to read it, but this one in a nutshell, it does have my backstory, it has my family and things that I like and all those things right there. So that's um
Mhm.
sums this all up. And what I really like about the end of my bio is how my grandmother, God rest her soul, she was a registered nurse. She was a tough cookie, one tough cookie, and she was about 6 foot, size 13 shoe. That was not the nurse that you wanted to mess with, but that is the registered nurse that you wanted to get you together. And I remember she asked me what I wanted to do one day. And I said, I really don't know. I was like really young. I was probably about a little bit older than my daughter. I was like, oh, I really don't know. She asked me to sing. So I sang some song, some little elementary song, and I must have jacked it all the way up because she ain't have nothing to say after that. But she did say that you can do and be anything you want in this world. And I have held that with me in my heart since she said it, since I was a little girl. So I always like to share that message. And I want to share that message as much as I can because it is true that you can do and be anything you want in this world. Thank you guys so much for watching this part of the webinar. It is really good to have the full experience of the webinar. We have a really good time. We have really good dialogue. So if you want to make sure you catch the next one, make sure you go to my website, milliondollarsis.com, and sign up for all my upcoming events. You can also visit and be a part of my Discord, and I left that link at the bottom in the description bar below. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I look forward to having you all next time on the next webinar. God loves you, and so do I. Peace and God bless.